What's going on? This is Tim Savage, chilling with Tops on campus with the infamous Backroad. So Don Fintone, Smalls right here, and these cats are repping Lex, repping Louisville, basically the whole bluegrass doing their thing, and they got a couple things coming out music-wise, and just on their tips. So just to kind of start off, both of y'all just tell who you are, what you're about, what you're doing. And take it off. Go ahead, Don.
Don Fintone, aka Don Fintone, one half of Backroad. This is Smalls. We're just kind of putting our rap thing together. He makes most of the beats. Write all of our own original material and everything. Basically, we're just trying to put some music out there that people can appreciate. I feel there's an unfulfilled niche in the marketplace as far as hip hop goes. And most of the stuff you hear these days is more kind of on that gangster vibe, all that, which I have no disrespect for that whatsoever, but we're just trying to come from more just a musical angle. It's lyrically, we're not trying to come out hard or anything like that. We're just putting some stuff out there that we feel people want to hear. And Smalls.
What's up? I'm Smalls. Live up here in Lexington. The boy lives in Louisville, so we kind of got that whole cross-state thing going on. Like he said, make most of the beats, produce, mix everything, take care of all that back at the house. We're just basically just trying to make music people can like. We started out, basically, I bought a keyboard, called Nick, because we had just kicked some freestyles around here and there. Called him, told him I got this awesome keyboard, got some hot beats, you need to come up and we need to do something. And that kind of just blossomed into where we are now.
It pretty much started out we just kind of got together for fun, and the music part sounded, everybody was feeling it, so it kind of just blossomed, like you said, into what it is now. We're getting ready to release our first album, hopefully the end of this month, which is January or early February. We titled Take Notes. We've already started production on the second album, got most of the beats laid out, and a lot of stuff written, so hopefully we'll be able to put our second album out springtime, somewhere in the springtime. We just want to kind of hit it back to back to back to back.
So you guys, good friends with you guys. So I've been seeing you on your hustle. I know a lot about your influences, what you guys have been doing, which is really well, I personally enjoy the music. But I think you guys got an interesting angle that you're coming on, and on one of your tracks you explain it. Don't judge a book by its cover, which is my favorite. Give them a little bit about that. Like explain that a little bit, how you're kind of coming at it. I really think you're filling a void that hasn't been filled yet, like you were saying. But give a little bit more about that you're kicking the hip-hop, and at the same time you're going to have the button-down polo with, with the Burberry glasses.
Yeah, I mean, basically, we're just going to be ourselves. We're never going to change, and we're not going to try and go out there in front like we're somebody we're not. And in our lyrics, we tell you that. We're not afraid of who we are or anything like that, so we're going to talk about what we wear. We don't go out, so no disrespect or anything. We don't go out with throwback jerseys and all that. We just dress button-ups and whatnot. But we talk about that in our raps. We just keep a pretty laid-back feel. Most of the songs are something we come out with a little bit harder vibe, but for the most part, it's a pretty laid-back vibe in most of our music.
Yeah. You hit it right, nail in the head. Well, cool. So. With the doing hip hop, everybody's got their influences, the thing that kind of things push them as this is who I was listening to a minute and a half ago, who makes me talk now, which gives me the things I have. Start with you, Smalls, because you got beats, and you got the MC-ness, the whole 9 yards. Who pushes you as your influences from your background?
Well, I'd say the biggest is Outkast. I'm a huge Outkast fan. Everything around. 94, anything from 94 to 2000 coming out of that Dungeon Family flick. I love the Goody Mob, Outkast, Witch Doctor. I mean, that's my bread and butter right there. Other people, Jay-Z's unbelievable lyricist. Eminem, his older stuff I really get into.
Yeah, as far as my influences, I have kind of a vast amount of influences, anywhere from like Bone doesn't harm me when I first heard them. It was just a whole different feel, and I really respected their whole just vibes, everything about them. So I was just hooked on Bone day one when I listened to them. But you know, everything from E40, Bone, Master P, True, all that old No Limit stuff. Like Cash Money stuff when it started coming out back in the day. You know, the old Cash Money stuff, Hot Boys and all that. So when I'm writing stuff, and you know, when I'm writing it in my head, or if I'm using a notepad, I switch it up. And I like to just switch my styles up. So I don't really have any definitive style. My whole style is just a vast array of styles that has, you know, been branched off from these multiple influences in hip hop since I was young. You know, so I don't really try to keep one specific style. Just kind of switch it up to kind of keep people guessing.
That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta go from you gotta hit them from all angles.
Yeah.
So you guys got the album coming out here in February. Outside of that, what are we going? We're gonna when the album comes out, what's gonna happen around the album? We start seeing y'all performing. We're gonna start seeing things kind of coming out as the album comes out. What's the build up around that?
Yeah, I mean, basically the whole perspective we want to take on that is we'll do a little album release show and just try to link up with some of the local talent around here and do some shows with some of the local talent. You know, open up for them, try to get ourselves known, and hopefully we'll be headlining before long. So we're just gonna try to do little shows here and there, and people want us to perform for them, and we're game. Just call us up.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
So now, if somebody says, because they're going to get a chance to hear your music by just simply, you know, once they see the interview, and they say, yeah, you know what, we need to link with these cats. What's the best way to find Backroad?
Well, you can check out our iHi page.
True.
Then look at the iHi URL.
Yeah. Backroad.ihi.com.
Backroad.ihi.com.
You got it.
Backroad.music@gmail.com.
Yep.
If you want to email us.
And of course, we got a MySpace page as well. But iHi is pretty much our primary page. You hit us up on MySpace, hit us up on iHi, hit us up backroad.music@gmail.com.
So to kind of, before we close it off with Beat Boy Stance, people will watch this and they're going to go, you know what, I really want to do that too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of work behind it, and that's all good. But to give kind of that one quick shot of what you tell somebody if they said, hey man, I really want to do that, A, B, C, D, F, G, and you can kind of give them that one thing that says, focus on this, and it's going to kind of take you down the road a bit.
Yeah.
See, I mean, if you got that feeling, you know it, you just gotta go get it. I mean, like all I wanted to do was make beats. I've been doing that for years. I just never had the means to record it until the last about 6 months. If that's what you want to do, go get a keyboard and start messing with it. I mean, that's all it takes. Start tinkering around on the computer. I mean, anything. I mean, it's really not hard to get into. You have to really want it and love what you're doing to make it sound good, which I think is one of the reasons why our stuff comes off so well.
Yeah.
But you just have to, if you want to do it, just go do it.
Grind it out. And on top of that, you know, I mean, I've been spitting raps here and there since I was 13. My friends have always told me I need to get down and just record something. I never did until Smalls called me. I mean, I just suggest going out there and just recording something, putting it out there, and getting a feel of what people are thinking, and just always know, as soon as people start hating, that's when you're doing something. So just keep on grinding it out.
That's what's up. Big shout out to Kevin Hanley, the man behind the scenes of the Backroad. I'm Rocks Entertainment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And give you shout outs. Tell everybody else out there that needs to be lit up. You got any shout outs at all?
Yeah, I got Microphone, my boy DJ. Once we start doing shows, he'll be up there with us. We got him on a couple tracks. Our other boy Joseph James, he co-produces some of the beats with me. I've been working with him for a long time. He's more or less a third member of Backroad. Just don't see him as much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, on top of that, just the whole Lexington fam. We got gang people sitting here naming them all. It's going to take all day. So the whole Lex family.
That's what's up. So, we got Backroad. They're doing their thing. They're repping Louisville, Lexington.
Take notes.
Take notes. Name of the album.
Yeah.
February. You're going to see it. Make sure you pick it up. Make sure you purchase it. Make sure you represent. So, we're going to take this out. Peace. Thanks for checking in. TopsInCampus.com. I'd like to make sure we get a B-boy stand before we make the move out. So y'all just better recognize you suckers.